we get to sleep too. Absolutely right. The one most important thing in the world, and that is, it feels like we should be doing an MV, some kind of music video.
How?
I don't know. I can feel the beat. Dum, choo, dum, choo, dum, choo. We've picked out the best things that you, actually, more importantly, we might need for our baby.
How many best things are there?
Loads. There are too many best things. Every single one is a must.
In our perspective.
Obviously.
Yeah, this is all our perspective. We don't want to be challenged by those professional mom and dads out there. We think these are the things that we need for our baby.
This is our very incomplete nursery because we've emptied it, ready for the baby. There's quite literally almost nothing in here.
If you recognize this room, we used to vlog in this room.
Why is she sat in the naughty corner?
Well, I can't sit on the floor because it's uncomfortable, so that's why Jason's brought in a chair for me to sit in the nursery.
Partly. This side of the room arguably is more comfortable, but it's under the aircon. So Sarah can't sit here, only for me. One of our musts is this sofa bed. Why is there a sofa bed in the nursery?
Well, basically because when I give birth, my mum's going to be back. We're going to have a confinement lady. Some people may call her a doula. So someone to help me and teach me how to take care of my baby. We need extra beds in the house. Or even sometimes, you know, when I'm feeding, I get tired, I have a bed to nap on. So we decided to put a sofa bed in the baby room so we can be close to the baby.
Before we fully furnished this nursery, it's kind of turned into a storage unit where we keep our most important stuff for the baby.
Yeah, so all the stuff that we're going to use, we've basically just put in here everywhere around this room.
Everywhere.
And then we got to slot them into their right positions later on.
Watch this. This is the part where I get up and do all the talking because Sarah needs to continue chilling. Here, we've got Boss Baby's car. We've either talked about it last week or we'll talk about it next week. For Boss Baby's dad's car, in which we need to put Boss Baby's seat. Let me tell you as much as I know about this thing before I pass this off to Sarah. This is a high chair. As you saw, it rocks. Dinner time!
I'm a soft and cuddly dog. Can you give me a hug?
You pressed this button, that's why.
Oh no. Is there copyright on his song?
He stopped, don't press it again.
Okay, so at dinner time, we can sit up the baby and feed the baby. So for when he's 2 years old or plus, it's a chair.
So as you can see, the chair is now in like the sleeping position. It looks like a baby bassinet. So during the day you can kind of like wheel this around the house and have it as like a bassinet for the baby to rest in. You can choose to use the rocking mode and you can plug it in with power so it just rocks automatically because this is the Cocochino Auto. But we don't really know if we should rock the baby that much. But I mean the function's there so you can decide whether you want to use it or not, so that's cool. And you can adjust the height as well, so you can have it lower or higher.
We found out about this chair via our friend and colleague Heidi Ju. So basically, Heidi's daughter Cheryl, she used this chair since she was a newborn till she was 3 or 4. So a chair that can grow up with your daughter, our son. What's not to like about it?
And I find it quite wasteful to kind of buy a chair for the baby, use it until like he's 1, and then buy another chair for when he gets older. So this is perfect because I don't need to think about it for the next 4 years, and it's space friendly. I have 1 chair around the house, that's it.
Thanks, Heidi. So, tell us.
What else do we need in this room, duh?
The selfie stick is amazing.
So basically we haven't got anything in this room. We are waiting for the bed to arrive, and
That's a must.
Yeah, that's a must. And we're also getting like a baby chest of drawers.
Yeah.
Which you can change the nappy on top. When's that coming?
I think next week. It's Leander. We got it at Mother Court, just to let you know.
And what else do we need? Maybe some decorations, darling? Like the wall's pretty plain right now.
It's pretty empty here.
Yeah. Don't worry, we got it all under control. It'll be ready soon.
Soon.
Yeah.
Apart from all the stuff you buy for the baby, the cot, the pram, all the other stuff, the curtains of the nursery are equally important.
Because I was reading this book and it was saying because the baby sleeps all day, even during daytime, and it affects the baby's quality of sleep if there's a lot of light coming into the room.
Curtains that don't shut out the light are no good. What do we mean? Are you ready?
So the curtain here blocks out at least 70 to 80% of the light.
Boss baby is going to have a lovely nap, a lovely sleep. And when our baby sleeps, we get to sleep too. We've been told by friends that once we have the baby, our baby, having a non-stop supply of hot water is really important because...
Why are you puffing, darling?
Because constantly holding the camera at this angle and then turning around and doing this and then also having my tea is quite tiring. Back to the non-stop flow of hot water. Why do we need it?
Well, basically, I've been told by several friends that if you have to wake up in the middle of the night, 3 or 4 a.m., and you have to sterilize something or like you have to clean something with hot water.
If you might choose to be so kind as to make your lovely husband a midnight cup of tea.
Completely the reason why. They recommended that we should get a hot water kettle that keeps the hot water hot constantly, because we never used to use it. We'll just boil water, but you have to wait like 5 to 10 minutes for the water to boil. Imagine no sleep, baby crying, and standing in the kitchen waiting for the hot water to boil. It's just like a nightmare. I chose to take up their advice. So we got this cheap and cheerful.
What's also really important for pregnant ladies is soup. So we bought this soup maker. All that pot in the pot stuff, it can be done on a timer, hassle free.
It's actually called like a double boiling pot. So
Pot in a pot, hassle free.
I was told to get this by my confinement lady / doula. She said that I will be eating a lot of like different rices and soups and dishes, and she'll be double boiling a lot of the times. If you have something that can constantly keep the soup warm, or you have a timer on, then you don't have to worry about watching the stove, turning off the stove, setting the heat. So she recommended that I get this little pot for double boiling.
So all these baby essentials are to make our life more easygoing. Gone are the days when these babies had to be hand washed. That would take forever. And being OCD like myself, can you imagine? Clean, 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 and then make sure it's clean, smell, is it clean? I'd go nuts. Where do these babies go?
Mr. Chan, bottles do have to be washed, but to put your mind at rest, there are bottle sterilizers these days which kills germs and keeps the bottles clean after washing as well. Physically you do have to wash them, but then you can sterilize them. That's why we have a bottle sterilizer.
Why didn't you tell me earlier?
So Jason calls this baby's dinner bottle and baby's breakfast bottle. I'm not quite sure whether a newborn baby can drink that much milk.
Actually, in fact, this is tea and this is dinner. Why have we gone for Nuke's Nature Sense? Because people tell us that this is as close to breastfeeding as you can get for the baby.
Trust Jason to know what breastfeeding is like. I don't even know what breastfeeding is going to be like. But I've been told by friends that sometimes when you express feed, or sometimes when you just want to have some rest and you can get the daddy to feed, then you put the breast milk in a bottle.
These teats apparently make for an easy transition from breast to bottle. What's not to like? You know what they say? Happy baby, happy mummy, happy father. It's all about one big happy family.
So I was reading a lot online and a few friends recommended it. Basically it's the texture of the teat. There's also anti-colic function. So the baby accepts this bottle much easier than other bottles. That's why we've gone for it. Because I feel like it's only fair that the dad pulls his weight so I can kind of sleep through the night and maybe he can do some of the feeding. Right, moms? Right.
Absolutely right. The part that Jason's most interested in, the cleaning part. So here we have my favourite, the sterilizer. We can sterilize a total of 6 bottles, a few bottles and some teats and lids and other stuff, or you can take these away. You can even sterilize your breast pump. Your breast pump. Besides bottles and breast pumps and teats, you can put anything in here. Baby forks, baby spoons, even adult spoons. Let's not get too lazy. Can you imagine the convenience? It's all clean.
Apart from the baby room and the kitchen, the living room is going to undergo a huge change. Like
There's going to be a massive playpen, food all over the floor,
on the couch.
toys all over the floor. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, soft toys here and there. And
So we have the baby pram, the baby chair, the cot, the sofa bed, curtains, the bottles, the sterilizer, soup maker, and also the
hot water kettle.
kettle. So we've left space for one more, the one most important thing in the world, and that is
What is that?
something we can't be without: a beautiful, loving mama.
I was gonna say a great dad. Great minds think alike.
So yeah,